Ain't no turning back now, Mama. You okay? Yeah, 'cause I gotta be serious a little bit.
All right, you good? Welcome back to another episode, Legend of Comic Show. We got a special guest today, Tekeisha Lee. Gonna speak about her book, Forgiving What I Cannot Forget, Rising from the Shadows. What's going on? How you doing today?
Doing good today.
All right. Now tell me a little about this book that you got coming out.
Okay,
Well, this actually out. I said it wrong.
Right. Well, this book was inspired by God a little bit before 2018.
Okay.
Yeah. And it happened when I was in my room studying the Bible one day, and I began to talk to God about it. And he began to talk to me in a still small voice, stating that, put this writing to use and tell the people about what I have allowed you to overcome and delivered you from.
Right.
Tell the story so you can help my people.
Right. So you just felt something that came to you that said, speak to the world.
Yes.
Yeah. So what are some of the things that you've been through, like that you talked about in the book?
What I talked about, it started back from my roots. It started back from coming from my parents, which I'm not here to shed a bad light on my parents, but you always have to take things back to the root of where things started from.
Right.
That led you onto the journey.
Yes.
So my parents, they were good parents, but as always, like most situations and relationships, things can turn out, not so good.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, nobody's perfect. So they ended up divorcing after for so long, but my parents was married for quite some time. But it came to a point in time where they were just no longer seeing eye to eye, and it was just better for them to split.
Right.
So my book talks about that. It touched bases with that, and also about me as a young kid when I started to go down the wrong path at a young age, and I started running away from home, being rebellious, not want to listen. So it led me
to doing a lot of stuff.
A lot of things that I shouldn't have, and
Right.
of course, and it led me to dropping out of school. I dropped out after the 9th grade. I didn't go back. I got pregnant at 14, had my son at 15, and thought I was in love with my high school sweetheart.
Right.
And so left home when my dad was trying to stop me and being hard-headed.
Yeah.
And didn't listen, and it landed me in abusive relationship. So I kind of touch bases about abuse, narcissistic traits from guys that I dealt with, and a marriage that I was in.
Right. But you know what? A lot of women got this story, like young age, leaving home, thinking and everything, and you find out the hard way.
Of course.
It's normal. It's just, but the end game is the most important. It ain't how you start, it's how you finish.
Right.
So yeah, people need to hear that so they can know they're not alone.
That's right.
And
absolutely.
it's all right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I see you say you God's child, faith-based mentor.
Yes.
Yeah, all that. A mother of 6 amazing kids.
Yes. Yes. Love my babies.
You got
Love
a basketball
my
team.
I do. 3 girls, 3 boys.
Yeah. So which one is the baddest?
Woo. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Well, actually, my oldest son, he
Right.
gave me a run for my money. That was the one I got pregnant with at the age of 14 and had him at 15. Gave me a run for my money. He was, yeah.
Did he go to juvenile?
Woo.
How many times? Look, you like, who?
My son was very athletic. He was in sports. He did good in school all the way until he hit 10th grade.
Okay.
10th grade was his down spiral, the wrong road.
That's when he started getting wild.
Yeah.
Getting around a bunch of people you think is friends, influencers.
Yes.
Yeah. That's when I started getting in trouble.
Really?
15, 16. That's the first time I went to juvenile. I remember I caught myself trying to sell crack. And I supposed to went home. I supposed to be home at 9 o'clock.
Right.
I was still out because at the time my daddy wasn't around. Because my daddy was doing drugs. So I was staying on my auntie now.
Right.
So even though they told me to come home, like I respected them, but I'm gonna come home when I get ready. That's how. But I ain't. The good thing about I didn't like go to juvenile, a lot of stuff like that. I went that night for curfew because I was supposed to be home, and I ended up walking home, and they pulled me over like 11 something in the morning, and I had my school ID on me and stuff.
Right.
But yeah, like we all do that at that age. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people be judging kids at 15 and 16. They be like, you gonna turn out like this. And they be the total opposite.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And the ones you think ain't gonna do nothing end up messed up.
That's right.
So yeah, but yeah, you can keep going. Keep going on.
Yeah, but that's what my book touch bases on. With a lot of things that women go through, I feel like my story will help a lot of women that's going through it. They may even be going through it currently. And I hope it blesses somebody that I can reach, with what God has inspired me to do.
Right.
Yeah.
What's your best child? I mean, I ain't gonna say your best because I don't want nobody to get jealous. They'll be like, Mom, which one is you said this and this?
Yeah, because after this podcast, I might get jumped on.
Which one is the I could say that listen to you the most?
The one that listens to me the most would be the one you work with, Keisha.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the one who don't listen the most?
I have two.
Yeah.
My oldest and my son, Junior. Well, we call him Junior, but his name is Floyd.
Right.
Yeah.
So out of all 6 of your kids, which one you think get the most stuff from you that you did when you was younger, messing up?
My oldest.
Who you see yourself in? Yeah.
The first.
That's your son?
Yes.
Yeah. Just like you.
Yeah.
That's how it be though. But yeah, I think some people shouldn't have kids. I really think
And
that.
I would agree.
Because they mess up the universe with what they bring in the world. Like
True.
if you got bad energy and a bad mentality, you gonna put that through your kids, and they gonna come out here doing stuff that shouldn't be done.
Absolutely.
And that's why a lot of people have kids and do them wrong, do low down stuff to them, molest them. Like, it's crazy.
That's right. That's right.
But tell me some of the things that you went through that if you can change it, you do it all over again.
If there were some things that I would change, I would definitely say when it came to my childhood, if I could reverse that, I would definitely reverse that.
Right.
Yes, absolutely. With the running away, being rebellious, getting pregnant at a young age, not finishing school, I would definitely correct that.
So, what you think made you run away so much? Like,
stems back from household.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like stuff going on in the house and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it made you feel like you had to run away. You feel like you was safer running away than being at home?
At time, I would just feel like it was just a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a crazy question, but I gotta ask though. Like, I feel like a lot of women that run away from home, a lot of times it be due to like somebody in the family molestation and stuff like that. I had a girlfriend that I used to be with, and she told me that her own uncles used to molest her, and she used to tell her mama and stuff like that. Nobody really never took it serious, never did nothing. She said she found out that like this kind of went on throughout the family for years. I'm like, this is crazy. I'm like, some stuff you find out, you don't even think go on, but it be wild. And then another girl I used to be with, her mama boyfriend, we touched her, and she used to tell her mom. She said she knew her mama knew it, but it was like her mama was mad and jealous of her, like thinking like, you taking my man. I'm like, I can't understand that. How you think your daughter taking your man if it's grown man? It's some sick minds out here, like, and it's crazy.
Yeah, I do agree. And I would say for me, in my situation, is actually way totally opposite.
Yeah.
Nobody never tampered with me. It was just more so of when my parents divorced.
Yeah.
I was a kid at that time. I didn't understand what they were going through.
Yeah.
Like I'm understanding more clearly now, because I don't know. It was something about this, seeing them being together that long, that span of time, and for everything to just fall apart and the kids being affected. And I was the oldest out of all my mom and dad kids.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm the oldest out of all my mom and dad kids. So I just.
So did they explain to you, like, when everything was going on, like, we about to split, or it just happened? Nobody didn't sit you down and nothing. That's why you had a misunderstanding.
Right. Things
did you have a favorite in between them, like who you wanted to go with when they split?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Or you just wanted them to work? You wanted it to work. You ain't
Yeah,
understand nothing else. I just wanted it to work.
wanted to work.
Yeah. Now it will make you run away though. Yeah. Because sometimes a kid think that they might be to blame. Am I to blame, for why y'all not getting along? Especially if you overhear a conversation.
Right.
And it don't even be necessarily that they saying you the cause of it. It could just be something like, well, you don't do this for the child, or I feel like you don't do this, and then the kid take it the wrong way.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's your favorite thing for breakfast?
Believe it or not, I'm not a breakfast person. I never have been, but I will make myself eat some breakfast. But if I eat it, it'll be like scrambled eggs, pancakes, grits, bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the hardest challenge that you feel like you had to overcome in life?
The hardest thing that I ever had to face in life, to me, that was a challenge for me, was loving myself. Learning to love myself. And also, too, the top of the list was stop being a people pleaser. That was the biggest thing for me.
Because you sure cannot please everybody.
Yeah, and I learned it the hard way. Definitely.
Yeah, like, if you could please everybody, like, I don't even know how the world would be. Like, you can't, even on the internet, like, you can put up a video, everybody can like it. It's going to be somebody going to come in and say you did something wrong.
Yeah.
And they going to come up with a fake profile with no picture. I get it all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
And you can tell they just go to all people pages just to say something crazy without showing their face.
Yeah,
like,
true.
So in life, you can't please nobody, even if you're doing right.
That's right.
Like, somebody will say, and it be people that's what be so crazy.
Ooh. Like,
it can be somebody, and I'm tell you this what they'll do. Tekeisha should have said this in her book this way. You ain't even wrote a book. Like, how you gonna tell me what I should have said and how I should have? People is a piece of work.
You can say that again.
So you can't please everybody. I've been learned that, like, I don't even try to please everybody. I just feel like who like me, and who don't, don't.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I can agree to that, because when I tell you I had that bad. I had that bad.
Yeah.
Real bad. So I was pouring in so much of people trying to fit in to where it was depleting me.
Yeah.
It was depleting me. I had nothing left for myself.
Yourself, yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't be myself.
And sometimes it'll lead you in the wrong direction if you're trying to please the wrong people.
Yeah.
That's how a lot of people get life in jail. Trying to please somebody they think we're supposed to be respected, or this and that. Next thing you know, your whole life gone.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So just like when I was coming up, I remember it was a dude, I think I was like 16. He was like 20. He ended up doing 15 years for that. Somebody owed him some money. It wasn't nothing but like $200.
Right.
You got to think long term in life.
True.
When you listen to somebody that ain't going nowhere in life, that's going to send you out like, you need to go impress or kill this person or hit him in the head because they owe you for $200. Sometimes you just got to let certain things go.
That's right.
If they ain't touched you physically or nothing like that, just let it go. It ain't worth getting all that time. He kicked in the person though, pistol whipped him, and got 15 years.
What?
So for $200, just like that, your life is over with.
Yeah.
For $200. Because you wanted to impress somebody that you didn't know he owed you $200.
Right.
Like, I've been learning that I started thinking big as a teenager. Like, when I seen older people around me doing crazy stuff, I'm like, okay, I ain't gonna do this in this situation.
Right.
If somebody owed me a couple $100 and they ain't pay, I just be like, whoop-de-doo. I'm gonna make a whole lot of more money staying free.
That's right.
It ain't nothing. I ain't finna do all that. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
right.
it just be crazy.
That's right.
But in your book, like, what? Tell me about some of the chapters.
Well, I'm trying to see. Some of the chapters, it goes real deep with me.
Yeah.
It really goes deep with me. And I think the most that will stand out to the women is the chapter that I'm going to go into with my son's dad, my son that I had at 15 years old.
Okay.
That chapter is is the most in-depth chapter there is in that
So
book.
what it's about? Like,
It's about a lot of struggles that me and him went through,
okay.
trying to be together as kids per se, because we were teenagers, we didn't know nothing, and so just a lot of things where I felt like I was in love with them and trying to just be with them at all costs. That was costing me. I can say that, and abuse, a lot of abuse, and that's where a lot of my stuff stemmed from.
Right.
Yeah.
So he was like, what, he would hit you when y'all get to arguing or stuff like that, or he'd be jealous, think you finna mess with cheat or something like that.
Absolutely, a lot of those things. Being very controlling for one. Controlling person leads into other things. Yeah.
I see that a lot. Like, I feel like if a man is too clingy, he dangerous from what I've seen. Like, you can love your woman, be around her, but if you just to the clingy, like, you just all up under her, every little move, never want her to breathe.
Yeah.
That's a dangerous dude. Like, and some of them be seeming like, to somebody like a woman that, like some women that ain't got a man, they'll see that and be like, oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
No. It looks sweet. If she leave him and say it's over,
that's right.
That dude gonna change from that who you think, like, he really dangerous.
That's
because he's so into her too much to where he can't take if it's over. Like, I seen a dude, he had a bunny on just like his girlfriend. Come on, I swear to God,
I believe
the same exact bunny. And I'm like, he gone. You got on a bunny tied around your head like her, and he holding her hand. And if she go to the bathroom, he gonna stand outside and wait on before she come back out to wait on her. Like, every time she move, he there. Like, this dangerous. Like,
definitely. Yeah, I have had my share of that. Yeah, I have had my share of that.
And the first time, if she say, "Hey, it's over," he not gonna just take that like the average man and just sit around. He gonna park outside the house. Yeah. He gonna make threats. Might kick in the door.
Right.
Like, it's wild.
It is, definitely.
In abortions, I want to ask you your opinion on this. Mm-hmm. Who you think is the blame for abortions, the man or the woman, when they decide to have abortion between two people?
Well, my opinion on it now, I'm a firm believer in if you lay down with somebody, you know what you're doing, you have common sense, you do understand what you're doing. I feel like you're both to blame because we know what we're doing when we're laying down, making those babies. Yeah. So it's so
you don't think the woman is the total blame? No. You think it's both of them?
No. She didn't make that baby by herself. She didn't lay down by herself and do it.
That's what me and your daughter talked about for 30 minutes. She was on me. Look,
she was.
Ooh, that's something. She was like, "You killed that baby," because I told her I had 3 abortions before. Yeah. But I don't feel like I killed the baby because all she had to do was say no. It wasn't nothing I could do. But she did say no, and I ain't gonna lie. Like, each time that it happened, like, we knew what we was doing. I ain't gonna lie.
That's
but
right.
Like,
that's right.
I was like 17, 18. We had 3 abortions from 17 to 18.
Really?
The first time we had it, we were just young, done the first, and then she was like, "I'm pregnant." And then after that, she had got on the shot. Then when it was time to take it again, she didn't take it. She knew she didn't take it. I guess she thought I was just going to be like, "Let's have it this time." I could just tell. And then when she got pregnant, I'm like, "No, like, I ain't ready right now." And then I could tell like she was sad and crying, and she had the abortion. And then the next time, we just wilding, and she pregnant again. So, like, each time, if she would have told me no, I wouldn't have acted crazy. I just would have been like, "All right, what to do?" But when she said yeah and agreed, I was like, "Oh, I made it." Like, so I was telling her that. She was like, "Oh, you cold?" I was like,
right.
No. I said, "I know it might seem cold, but it ain't cold because I'm not in control. Like, I didn't put no gun on her head. I didn't say, if you don't have a baby, I'm going to leave you." None of that. I just was telling her, like, I don't think it's the time, and like, you growing up, I'm growing up, I just don't think it's the time. I look back on it, I say I would have had one of them. I ain't saying I'm right for this. I'm just saying, like, I'd say I had one of them, but
Right.
I don't know. That's a lot of kids,
Yeah.
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 But I just feel like in this situation that men get blamed a lot when they tell people they had abortion. They just exclude that the woman had control. Most women, because y'all ride with each other, even if y'all wrong, just be riding and knowing y'all wrong. So I'm like, it's like she came down hard on me. I'm
Yeah.
telling you,
Yeah.
she was serious too. How you talking
Yeah.
there? I
Definitely.
see you was in her den before I
Definitely.
even met you.
Definitely.
She was on it. No, she was like, no.
Yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
no. Like at the end of the day, she had control.
Yeah.
So that's how I look at it. But I think now with them taking control over abortions, like how they passed these laws,
Oh yeah.
I think that's wrong because how could you tell a woman what to do with her body? The
Absolutely.
government, like
Absolutely.
this is crazy.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's right. Absolutely.
So what is your book? What all platforms you got your book available to buy on?
Well, actually, right now it's on Amazon. I have set it up on all my social media platforms, so
Okay.
they can go there if you want to purchase.
So you got how much is it?
Actually, I have it in 3 different options that you can choose from.
Okay.
It's in ebook, it's in the hardback copy, and paperback copy. So
Okay.
you have 3 choices.
Okay, and how much is it? Like
Different prices. I think the hardback copy is like $19.99, and I think the paperback copy, if I'm not mistaken, it's like $14.99 or somewhere in there. And I think the ebook, I think that's a little bit higher. I think that's 20 something, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, that way people know how what they can what they need to spend and what their budget is.
Exactly.
So basically, like 14 or probably $25 tops
Right.
with tax and everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So who was the most influence in your life? You think?
The most influence in my life, I have to name 2 people, and it was only because, like I said, when my mother and father divorced,
Yeah.
the way my mother and father situation went, we had to actually, me and my siblings had to go and stay with relatives.
Yeah.
Yeah, so me being drawn to my mama side of the family more than what my other siblings were. So
Right.
my most inspiration was my auntie Rose and my aunt Auntie Wanky, what I call Auntie Wanky.
All right, my
Both of them.
auntie was one of my biggest influence too. Like who
Yeah.
used to talk to me about stuff, what not to do, what to
Yeah.
do, and she always used to tell me, whatever you want to do, don't let nobody tell you can't do it. Like
Absolutely.
she one of the people why anything I ever chose to do, I do it and don't worry about it.
That's right.
Cause she always was like that.
Right.
When my grandma, her mama was pessimistic.
Yeah.
She'll be like, oh, what? You need to just get a job, get old, and die. That's what she basically tell you. Pay bills.
Right.
I'm like, be looking at her like, nah, it's more to life
More
than
to life
that.
than
You
that.
chose to just, do that.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of older people that come from that generation, they have a slave mentality.
That's true.
The white people have trained us to have a chip in our brain to think that you just supposed to come on this planet, get a car in the house,
Yeah.
have kids, get married, and die.
Exactly.
That's the trick.
Yeah.
When they out here living it up, sitting back, having whatever they want to have.
I agree.
And if you move too fast in life, that's what'll happen.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, like you look around, you got, but it's sad because it's harder on a woman. Like a lot of people don't know that. I know that it's harder on a woman how she can easily get messed up and people judge her.
Yeah.
Because she could have a kid and got to deal with it. So if she, just say for instance, you's 18, you meet a dude.
Yeah.
You like him. You think it's the one. You have a baby by him.
Mm-hmm.
Find out it ain't working.
Right.
Then you still trying to make it work with the average woman. You try to do if you like him.
Yeah.
He put another one in. Then you take off. Then you see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So it make it hard for a lot of young women. Then you got people around at the same time judging you. Oh, you should have did this. You did it. Like I'm human. I ain't did. I'm not the worst person in the world.
That's right.
I just gotta be with these kids, and I gotta still live life and try to get ahead in life while I got the kids. So it make it hard on me.
That's right.
Then you come along, you meet another dude. He have a baby by you.
Yeah.
Boom. He take out. Now you got 4 kids. You still by yourself.
Exactly.
Now it's getting real.
Definitely.
You got a fupa now. Your stomach hang. Now it's hard to get the men like you used to. You know, it'd be crazy.
Yeah.
This is real
But it's
life.
real life stuff,
Yeah.
though, because you're really kind of like telling my story right now. But that's what happened to me.
And then, just to top it off, the kids be bad. So the man that you want to get is so hard to get in because the kids is bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and I seen it so much.
Yes.
Like I tell a lot of people, it ain't that a man won't mess with a woman with a lot of kids.
Right.
It's just that if he come around, the kids have to be, you know, basically raised right.
Yes.
And a lot of times they not because the woman not trying to. It's just because if like the first dude you had the first 2 kids by, you thought he was gonna stay. So a lot of the stuff the kids used to do and get away with, you know, y'all didn't really look at you, let go on. Now he's gone.
Yeah.
And a lot of the stuff they really weren't supposed to doing then they doing, and they done built the habit. Now the new man come, you got to get all of it out of them. You know what I'm saying? They gonna terrorize the new man.
Oh, yeah.
I done went around girls before, and one time a little boy walked up in my face. He had a little boy and a little girl, and I thought he was sweet. I'm like, how you doing? Soon he got in my face. Look, he just stepped on my toe and just started running. I was like, this little bad. I was like, and I told her, and all she said was, what you do? Don't do that no more. I'm sitting there like, this the last time she gonna see me. I'm finna leave in about 10 minutes. I know that's all you finna do.
Right.
Nah, this ain't gonna work, baby.
That's right.
This is not gonna work.
Right.
So, you know, it don't, and it like she had 2 kids. So I never even looked at the kids because I was a child, and kids ain't never been no issue with me if I mess with somebody.
Yeah.
It's just long as they respectful. That's all I be looking for.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Then you got some mothers where they be like, if you telling them something that makes sense, they don't want to hear that.
Absolutely.
They expect you to go through what they go through with the kids. Because you cool with the kids terrorizing you and living like that.
That's right.
Ain't got nothing to do with me, baby. You know, like, and that's a big thing. Like, it ain't because women got a lot of kids why a man won't mess with them. It's because what goes on. I met a girl one time. She had 6 kids. Now, I was going too far, but I tried. And I'm like, she tell me she got a baby daddy locked up, one free, and a dude that she actually messed with that be breaking in the house.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, he breaking in the house. This kind of not making no sense. I'm like, he break in the line. She like, I'll be in there sleeping, wake up. Yeah. He'll be standing up over me. So as I'm listening to him more and more, I'm like, this smell like some game here. Yeah. Like you like this type of stuff. And you messing with the baby daddy that's free too. Right. And she had a nerve to tell me to come over there one day. I was like, nah, you ain't right at all. You know, at any given time, one of them can pull up. I wouldn't even risk my life. Just the fact that I know you would try to attempt it though. I'm through with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I tried to give her benefit of the doubt and not judge it. But that was too much. That was too much.
That's right.
So, you know, and I did mess with somebody. She had 3 kids. All of them was respectful. Everything was cool. It didn't work out, but it wasn't because of the kids. I still talk to her like every now and then, like speaking like stuff like she cool. When I talk to her, kids get on the phone. So it ain't that. It's just some people, they just shouldn't have kids. You know, they should.
And I agree with you. I agree.
Like right now. This was doing all the breaking in the cars. Yeah. The kids. On the weekend, I be seeing them like 14, 15. It'd be like 4 or 5 with guns in their backpack. They be on a rampage.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all stay in Memphis?
Oh, no.
Y'all ain't seeing it. Woo! If you see what I be seeing, it's terrible.
I believe it.
I'm parked at the gas station one night doing Uber. And I bagged in. I'm just sitting out here, went in there and got me some barbecue corn chips and like a sneaker or something. And when I get back in the car, I see a cop pull up with 10 to 1. They bagging in too, but they bagging in so aggressive. I'm like, I know these some little wild food. That's what I'm saying. When they open the door up, it's a little short dude. He about the height of your door. Both of them, one on the passenger in the front, passenger in the back. Got out with an assault rifle. But as he's getting out, he's so little, it's aimed at my car. But he not trying to aim. It's just he's getting out with it just to go in the store to buy what he want. When did we get to this point?
Wow.
You going in the store to buy something with an assault rifle, and the police don't even care.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Yeah.
I I don't know. We gotta secure ourselves right now. Though
Yeah.
it's messed up.
Yeah, we definitely do. And can I elaborate on what you said?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I believe in. What I always tell people when I talk to them.
yeah,
Everything starts at home.
right,
Everything starts at home. Even God's word says it starts at home.
right,
So if you start, well, and you can kind of say like some children's situation at home is unfortunate
yeah,
because like what you said early on is that the fathers are not there to play the role, and especially for the young men. Even though girls need their father too, most definitely, but young men, they
need they
definitely need
dad.
that father figure.
Yeah,
So that's what I think about that, and that's how I feel.
right. Yeah, that is the case because I feel like well, the baby daddy that was out, obviously he ain't doing to the
Right.
plate because he just coming over there seeing it when he's seeing it. And maybe the one locked up I can't judge him if he was out, or
Yeah.
when he get out he might be around and be in their life or whatever.
Absolutely.
Because that's how it kind of sound from what she was telling, describing, like he
Yeah.
was the one that was kind of around before he got locked up.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, that plays a big part in it. But I think that a lot of women should understand that whenever you don't have a man that's gonna be by your side to do the right thing, or he locked up, you got to just make up in your mind you got to be both the parents.
That's right.
And
Absolutely.
some women be like, well, I hear this a lot. His daddy locked up, so I don't want to be. So you're going to go softer on him because his daddy locked up.
Yeah.
That's the reason why he doing what he doing.
That's right.
You can't make no excuse. He gonna be right where his dad is at, all because you want to make an excuse.
That's right.
You got to be both parents because it's women that do it.
Absolutely.
So I feel like that's disrespectful to the women that then raise kids on their own and they kids come out right because
Absolutely.
they did the mother and the dad role. For
That's
you
right.
to act like you can't do it, like
That's
it's
right.
been done now.
Mhm.
Stop it. Like it's women that do this. They don't just
Yep.
throw the towel in and make excuse. They be on their kids and their kids be good,
Yeah.
and just like they had a mama dad,
That's right.
So
That's right.
that's the big thing, and that's a big excuse. Like, do you hear that excuse a lot? Because
Yeah,
the dad ain't around. This is the problem.
I have heard a lot of things from some women.
Have you ever checked the woman about that? Like,
I be
addressed
wanting
it?
I be wanting to address, but females got to watch it, tread lightly, because talking about the kids to a woman, that's a touchy subject. So it's kind of like tread lightly.
Yeah.
But for me and my house and mine can tell you, I probably was a single parent, which I was.
Yeah.
And one of my children, it was unfortunate because he couldn't help it. His father died when I was 5 months pregnant.
Right.
So he never even got a chance to see his father. But
Right.
still, in all, it's like I did what I had to do. And my kids turned out fine.
Right. I can tell from just the daughter I met in, even me and her, like, you can see respectable.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just the way, like, your daughter be quiet at work. She don't talk to just a handful of people. She focus on what you supposed to do. Like,
That's right.
versus trying to come in and I'm gonna be cool with everybody. Like, I never been that type.
Right.
That's the worst thing you can do is try to be cool with everybody.
Yes.
Cause you're gonna end up in something.
Yeah.
Cause you're gonna be to try to be cool with everybody, that means you're trying to please everybody.
Absolutely.
You can't do that.
Mm-mm.
Everybody gonna be in your business. Everybody gonna be telling you stuff about this person.
That's
like,
right.
I don't want to be around nobody that's always, when I see them, the first thing they do is talking about somebody.
Oh.
If you ain't finna say nothing about no positive or something you trying to do like that, I don't want to hear that. I had to cut a brother off like that.
Yeah.
Every time I answer the phone, he such and such. I'm like, I don't never hear you doing nothing.
That's
or what
right.
you talking about what somebody else doing, and man, I don't want to hear that. That's bad energy.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Energy is something serious.
It's real.
And if you got the wrong energy around you, it's over with.
Definitely. Because you can't grow like that. If you trying to do things in life, accomplish things in life, you have the wrong people, they can hinder you.
Yeah.
They can hinder you and block your growth. So I don't do it anymore. I used to, but not anymore.
This is like this post here. It say, if a mother has no appreciation for her husband's leadership, neither with the kids. What you think about that?
Well, how can I say? If a mother doesn't have any
Yeah, basically,
respect
like,
what they're
yeah, she
saying.
don't have any.
Respect
If
for
you
the
don't
husband.
respect your husband, like you disrespecting
Yeah.
your husband in front of the kids ain't gonna have no respect for
Well, that's found to be true.
him. Yeah,
Yep. Not only for my situation, because I was once married, but for another friend that I had back in the day.
right.
Absolutely.
Cause I know kind of like I have seen like I messed with this girl one time and her daughter was 2 when I got with her, and she just started calling me daddy probably like 3 or 4 months while we was together. So I never had asked the girl when I got with her like where the baby dad is and stuff like that. I never just really asked her. And then I was like, I said, she called me daddy for the first time, and then so she was like, yeah, she wanted daddy. So that's how she kind of told me. And I was like, well, what her dad is? And she was like, well, I met this dude. We was together for like a couple of weeks, and I ended up pregnant. He was basically from Atlanta and was staying in Memphis.
Yeah.
And he moved back to Atlanta, and after she moved, she found out she was pregnant. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, so she couldn't find him, whatever, because he ain't had no phone and stuff like this. So basically, the girl never seen no daddy. So I guess after I was around a little while, she just started like taking to it. And then I spent a lot of time with her and stuff too.
Right.
So she started like looking at me daddy so much to when she wanted to do something, she was smart. She'll try to do it and think she can get away with it with me.
Yeah.
And I had to like, so one time her mama told us she couldn't do something, and she gave her a look and ran and know where I was at. I didn't know what had happened.
Right.
And she like, I just told her she to do it, and she ran in there with you. You need to. And I'm like, well, I sat her down and I said, what's the problem? Like, I said, look, if your mama tell you something, just like dad tell you something, you got to do it the same way. You can't do it no differently. I said, and she looked, but for some reason, like whenever I sit her down to talk to her, she listened. Like she listened, and and then everything was cool. So after a while, she just like wanted to be like around me a lot. Her mama used to get jealous and stuff like a lot. Like and I was like, we just built the bond.
That's right.
Then when we split, she thought that I was only dealing with the daughter because I wanted to be back with her.
Yeah.
And I told her one day, we can't never get back together.
Yeah.
When I told her that, she cut me off. Called me back a year later with some money plot, trying to play like she wanted me to be back in the child life, but she was trying to get money.
Right.
When she seen she couldn't do that, it was back over.
Oh, yeah.
Because when she called me, she was like, she need this for school. I said, make a list. I'm not giving you no money.
Right.
You getting back in contact with me, I'm going to get back in her life, which I didn't want to do it because it took a lot to get over that. Like, that was my first time loving a child, even though it wasn't mine. I feel like I was mine. I had been around her, and there wasn't nothing I could do legally when she took her away because that ain't mine by blood.
Right.
So I kind of was like, I'm kind of getting over it. I don't want to reach back into it, but it was a little something in my heart where I still was like, I'm going to do it. So when she did that, I was like, nah, she reached back out again, I'm done. Like I ain't finna be. So I see what people feel like when a child is taken away from them, especially a child is really yours. There gotta be some painful shit. For real. Like,
because it happens a lot. It happens a lot. You hear a lot of those stories being told.
And I remember, like, I kind of felt that she was gonna do that one day, cause I remember telling the baby, like, if you don't never see me no more, remember it ain't because of me. And I could tell the way she like acted until she went home and turned like that just messed up. Like she was just thinking about that.
Yeah.
So when she stopped her from seeing me, I know it went through her head, And when she reached back out to me before she did the cutout, when she said she couldn't get no money, she had me on 3-way. And the first thing she was saying was like, well, you just walked out of her life. And blah. I said, hold on. You must forget that you stopped me from seeing her. So she realized she had me on 3-way trying to say that and didn't realize I was going to say it. She took it out real fast. And I'm like, I said, what could I do by law?
Right.
I'm going to go in there and say, I want to see this child that I've been around. I ain't got my blood. Ain't nothing
Yeah.
I could do.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely not.
Yeah. So it's just crazy. But she only did that then because she wanted to be back with me the first time.
Right.
But the reason why we split was because she got pregnant by another dude and was coming home throwing up. And she couldn't get around it because we never had unprotected sex.
Right.
And this how low down she was before she threw it up. She called me one day and texted me and was like, "Come on right now, I'm horny." Just kept texting me.
Right.
When I got there, she want us to do it unprotected.
Right.
I'm like, we ain't never did that. What is? And I ain't do it. At that point, now her exposure, she got to come on out with it. And once I figured everything out, the dude had a girl and stayed with his girl and stuff.
Yeah.
She was trying to figure out, was he going to leave her and be with her? And until she figured that out, she wanted to keep me in the loop because this is security.
Yeah.
We got a place. We call, all in whatever. And so I was like, what is cold? And I just, I just left her. You know what I'm saying? And so she thought that I could just get back with her. And what happened was when she wanted to get back with me, things was going real, real good.
Yeah.
And she like, I done left him. He, nah, baby.
Yeah.
You made your bed.
You lay
in it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I bet not,
That's
like,
right.
what I look like.
That's right.
Yeah. And that's because when she throwed up the third time and I told her, look, you pregnant, I know.
Yeah.
Just go on and tell me. I was like, we've been together 4 years.
Right.
If you want a chance at being with me, just tell me that you're pregnant. Yeah. I ain't even be like every dude because I loved her and we never had no problems before then. But there was a sign that she had let me know she had been cheating. And it wasn't just with that dude, because I remember one time I went out of town and I had my partner pick her up from work. And when he was dropping off until I came back. Right. And one time he said he went to pick her up. He seen her getting out of truck with a dude. Like, he like, man, yeah, she playing around. Oh, wow. So when I came back, home, and I picked up one night, the same truck that he described, she was with the dude.
Wow.
But I ain't even address it or nothing like that. And how it was, I went to pick her one night and she was like, I thought you was asleep or something. I had tried to call. I was getting dropped off. Had this dude finna drop her off. Yeah. And I was like, nah, don't have nobody drop you off. Like, where you at? And when I pulled up, they made me like in a shopping center or something because he was on the way to drop out. Yeah. But the whole time she had been with him. Then she hadn't went to work. Yeah, I dropped her off at work. Yeah. But she went to work with him. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So like it's crazy. Like and you'll be in a deadly situation and don't even know it.
That's true. That's true.
Have you ever put a man in a deadly situation where you messing with one man and got with another one and they found out or something happened?
I have.
Tell me about it. Don't hold back. Let it out.
Okay. It was kind of like a how can I say it? It was due to my marriage, but I have had other instances where I have done some things that wasn't right, kind of like what you talked about. Yeah. And when I did it, the saying,
maybe I can help her out so she don't do it one
day. Right.
Yeah.
The saying, you reap what you sow.
Yeah.
That is so true.
Right.
Whatever bad seeds you plant, it's coming back. So that's what happened to me. It was, and mine stemmed from abuse. Being in this long-term relationship, wasn't getting treated right. Then I still was young, trying to figure things out. And so being with this guy who I thought I was in love, it wasn't the first guy that I told you about earlier. Yeah. This was come along with another guy. Yeah. And so when I got with him, I was already broken. I was already a broken woman. Right. And so going into it with him, I wasn't healed. And
a lot of men meet broken women that ain't nothing. They can slide in for the kill and take advantage and do all type of stuff because they gonna prey on what you're going through. And if they tell you what you want to hear, you like, oh, that's bae. And he's sitting there like, I got her because she's going through
fall
something.
For it. Yep, yeah, exactly. And so I hadn't healed properly. And so I go into this with him. And I wasn't ready. I was not ready. I even kind of told him that I was not ready. I wasn't ready, but he was like, I want to be with you, and you know how guys do. So
Right.
I went ahead and I fell for it. I fell for it. And so getting into it, I gave him a run for his money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm serious because
So both of y'all was cheating. That's what it was going on. Both of y'all was cheating.
the sad thing about it.
Yeah.
I mean, he can hold to his today that he wasn't because he never came forth.
Right.
At least I was truthful.
Right. Y'all playing tit for tat. I never understood that. Like, I just never was into it. Like, I cheated one time, but I was enticed into cheat. The girl was like 4, 5 years older than me. And I just felt like, I was doing something. Like kind of like I think young girls feel when they dating the older dude.
Yeah.
And I cheated, and when my girlfriend found, she just kept cheating. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's right. Like, I cheated one time. You just constantly cheating. And I tell somebody, they like, oh, that's what she was supposed to do. I'm like, your daughter even said that she was right. I'm like, nah, she should have. You cheat one time like I did, and then we work it out. You don't go on a rampage just like, you trying to do me in. And she like, well, if I cheated first, I'm wronger. You agree with that?
I agree. I could not wait to elaborate on what you're talking about right now because, I got a very strong opinion about that. Okay, 2 wrongs don't make a right, yes. Right. But why cheat in the first place? Because if you love somebody, it won't make you cheat. So by then, it's by choice. Yeah. You're cheating by choice.
But I think
you're choosing to do that.
You're right. I think sometimes cheating happens is a mistake, though. You don't think cheating is a mistake sometimes?
No.
Not one time.
No, that's something that's being what they call it, like premeditated. You thinking about it before?
But so you think all sex isn't premeditated. Sometimes stuff just happens because you're around a person in a certain situation.
But I still disagree. I disagree because even the Bible tells us we cannot be tempted more because God going to give you an escape way out. It's because we have free will. We have a choice. Yeah. So at that point, you're choosing to do this, because lust has came in. You may be looking at what you see and you like it. You're desiring it. Right. But you got this partner over here that you say you love. But when you love somebody, we know love, it's unconditional. And when you love somebody, you love somebody.
So do you so you think if a person cheat on somebody, there's no way they can love them? You think that?
You can love them, but you're not in love because that's what people get things mixed up. Okay. They get in love and love mixed up. You can love a person, but you won't be in love because I have found through my experience, when you're in love with somebody, it won't make you do nothing. I don't care how good, how sexy you can have an 8-pack. They say 6-pack, but it ain't gonna move me.
Right.
It's not gonna move me.
Yeah, you right. I like you said, love and in love, but yeah, you can love somebody and cheat. I think most relationships, and this is true. I know you're gonna agree. Most people that been together 20 and 30 years, they cheated. Say I'm lying. Most people, I ain't saying they cheated throughout the whole relationship. But at some point, one time, one of them cheated. That's too long to be together. Human nature.
You don't think God can do it?
Yeah, I believe it's probably 10% of relationships where people been together that long that they didn't cheat.
Absolutely.
But most of them, somebody cheated one time.
And you know who that would be?
Yeah.
With the man, because how God wired man.
Ooh, I knew you were finna get on us.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Say the man.
Definitely.
I think it's the woman because y'all so slick.
Yeah, we can be slick. Not saying that anything I'm about to say is right, because I never justify right. I'm for what's right, and I'm for what's, when something's wrong, is wrong. When something's right, is right. But most of the time, me being a woman, I'm a woman, so I can speak for us. I'm not a man. I can't speak for y'all. But for us, when we love hard. A woman loves hard. And when they love, they don't, it's nothing that's going to move them. Yeah. They're with their partner. Their partner.
I have had maybe 2 or 3 women in my life where I can say when they was really with me, it wasn't nothing man, no kind of car he pulled up in, nothing he had on, like they was with me. You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying?
That's right.
That's when you know a woman really, really with you.
That's right.
You know?
Absolutely.
But you got to have something for them to be with you for. You just can't be a regular Joe Blow and think the woman going to care about you and be down with you. No, that happens sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
But it's because a man stand on principles. He's
Yeah.
actually trying to do something.
Yeah.
You know, she know that he ain't going to lead her in the wrong direction because some men don't need to lead.
Ooh.
I tell a lot of dudes, I done told dudes, I mean, like, sit down, man. You'll make it look bad for somebody that can lead a woman. Like, everybody you can't lead. It's just what it is.
And I agree with you 100%. You know how the old people say one bad apple spoiled a whole bunch?
Yeah.
Do you believe that saying? I believe it.
Yeah.
You know, because that's what happened to a lot of women that you see now that y'all complain about.
Right.
You gotta kind of know that woman and her history.
Yeah.
You know, because that woman could be broken and damaged by a lot that she may have thought that these men really actually loved her.
Yeah.
You know, and you think about women have patterns, you know, some of them fall in the pattern, and that was me. I fell in patterns and cycles of constant same patterns of guys. That's unfortunately, but
Right.
that was my life. And that's how most women are. They have fell victim to believe in a man, you know.
And do you agree with this? Some women, men too, don't even know how to judge love.
No, absolutely.
Some people can go through their whole life and never know how to judge if somebody really care about them.
Absolutely.
They base it on how they did it in the bedroom the first time.
I agree.
Nothing else like how y'all relate together when y'all sitting around talking.
That's right.
You know, what y'all discussing, y'all goals. Because I feel like this, if you can't be around a person like 24 hours without y'all having sex and y'all get along and enjoy each other and be laughing and feel each other, y'all ain't gonna make it.
That's
And most people are together and never do that. Like, they don't even pay attention. They never like spend that type of time. They get together. They might sit in the room for 30 minutes or something, eat.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, this person gone to work, the other person in the other room, or this person going to sleep. And now with the internet, she on Facebook and Instagram all day. And the internet is destroying relationships.
It is killing relationships. Not just that, marriage, something that God ordained that's supposed to be sacred and beautiful. But it's wrecking it.
It's killing it.
It's wrecking it.
It's so bad now when you meet somebody, they'll be like, what's your Facebook? I'll be like, that ain't how we gonna make it. Like, you finna go on here and look at my Facebook.
Right.
And decide. That's gonna mess, like, you know, like people that be on there with crazy stuff. That's gonna mess up the relationship.
Yeah, before it gets started.
Yeah. And then, you know, you might see pictures of this how I start. You got pictures that you took with your ex and it's still on there.
That's right.
You know, you got posts. Your ex might come on there and like a new post.
That's right.
And then the new person that shouldn't even be looking at it.
Absolutely not.
He's still messing with that nigga.
Yeah.
Like, he liking the picture.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
If you weren't even looking at that, the relationship would be perfect.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I be trying to tell people down, nah, you got something to hide. They done missed the whole thing you said. You got something to hide.
Right.
Like, that's how much the internet done trained folks.
Yeah, serious.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's very bad. Very bad.
It's so bad that people will go on the internet and cry for attention. That's when you done lost your mind. I seen it later on that I believe it at first, like it popped up on my feed.
Yeah.
She got the sad music in the background and she crying and telling her story, and I'm like, oh, you know, and I actually listened to her.
Yeah.
Then I said, hold on. I think this is fake, because I started seeing a bunch of other people.
Yeah.
So I went back to her video, went to her profile. She had like 3 or 4 videos, part 1, part 2, part 3. Mm-hmm. All with the same type of stuff.
Right.
All of them had a lot of views. None of her other stuff had views.
Right.
I said, this was she tried to make a living off of. But when she realized you can only do that one time.
Right.
You can't keep coming out here crying and think people gonna feel and just go viral.
Yeah.
And we gotta have talent. Do something that people want to see and like this is crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
But
that's true.
You know, it's sad. Just like people on Facebook posting their real personal life.
Yeah.
Have you ever posted something personally? I'm talking about something that people really shouldn't know, but you put it on there.
Oh no.
I seen a girl put up the text messages from her baby daddy Nah, baby daddy girlfriend saying with the picture of him laying in the bed, talking about he over here now, and you will never have kids like him, and then you'll never have kids by him, and then the other one messaging back all her screenshots, and this is all on Facebook.
Yeah, for the world to see. Yeah, some things need to be left out of the media.
But this is normal.
Yeah, it's normal. Yeah, people have made it normal, but it's not normal. You're not supposed to put everything.
Yeah. So back to, because I think you forgot about it.
I
but
did.
The situation with having the two men almost with a violent encounter. We were talking about what actually happened that led up to them getting into it or whatever. I want to hear that story.
Oh, you talking about as far as I think you were talking about when I had kind of cheated on the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I did it because, like I said, I was broken. I wasn't ready for a relationship, but being pressured, and I was young, and he just wasn't giving up.
Right.
So I ended up falling into it, but I ended up like doing other things.
Right.
And I felt bad for it, but to be honest with you, it's like from the first abusive relationship with my oldest son's dad.
Yeah.
I had already had a guard up. And my thing was, from that point from him, I made up my mind that I was going to get a guy before he got me. So I had, just kind of programmed my mind to like,
you was going to just start.
Another guy was not going to do me any.
Yeah, you had made up your mind. He going to cheat, so I'm just going to cheat first.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay with him, though, but I'm going to cheat first.
Well, not necessarily like that on them lines. I'm not going to say that. It was just a thing of, if you're getting close to me, that's on you. I'm not going to get attached to you. So if you get close to me and love me, I told you from the start that I wasn't ready. So. Right.
Yeah. You made, in other words, I'm finna do you in, but I'm letting you know ahead of time.
Yeah.
So when you cheated, you got caught cheating?
Oh, no.
See, that's the point I was making about the 20, 30 years. You could be with a woman for 20, 30 years that actually love you. Mm-hmm. And she can cheat, and you will never, ever know that the man that cheat that been with a woman 20, 30 years, he get caught.
Right.
The woman won't. A woman is so cold, they can say, hey, baby, I'm going to the laundromat. Put on a jogging pants, the little bunny. Go wash the clothes. See the man, cheat the man, and come back. He'll never know. He come home looking like old, sweet lady in the world. She just come back. That's how cold it is. And that's the difference in how a woman would cheat compared to a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He gonna come home with perfume on his clothes or a slick lip gloss stain on or a condom wrapper in his pocket that he dropped, or the girl that he did it with set him up, left her underwear in the car. One time I was by myself. I ain't even had no girlfriend. I let this girl come on my house.
Yeah.
She left her underwear. I ain't found her till like 2 days later. And she left it inside the closet while I opened up to get towels and soap and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking, I'm like, hold on. So I called, I said, you left your underwear? You tried to mark a territory or something? Like, what you doing? She like, I left something to remember me by. I'm like, nah, you ain't leaving nothing. You thought that I was with somebody.
Yeah.
They gonna come in here, go in the cabinet and see that. I'm like, don't ever do that no more. That's the first and last time she ever came over my place.
Yeah.
They got people that'll get with you and ruin your life. Like, say you got somebody you really with that you care about. Yeah. Like, for instance, that person. But you had made up your mind, wasn't nobody going to get you. He could have actually not been trying to get you.
And that's true.
But because you made your mind up to go and do what you going to do, you brought the energy on. But say you go out there and mess with somebody that really ain't with you at all.
Yeah.
But they just like being around you or want to be with you. Because most people just see somebody and want to be with them sexually. They don't want to be with them. They're going to lie and do all the stuff that play them like they do, but they don't.
I agree.
And then the person that really, really with you and care about you, you done got messed up because you into this person physically, and they don't even want you.
That's right. That's right.
So,
But most women, when they doing it, it's only coming, like I said, you got to go back to that woman's history.
Yeah.
It's something that played a part in her life, because women don't, it's not in her nature just to cheat if she loves somebody. I must still say that. It's not.
yeah.
It's not.
Some women, depending on who they parents, will go back to that.
Right.
If you got a parent that was just out here running, if you got a parent like Suka Hunter, for instance, you gonna be doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's in your genes. Like, like a dog. You breed
Absolutely.
a dog a certain way. It's, we humans the same type of way. That's why you see some people and you be like, I know such and such. I knew her child was gonna be like that because I knew her.
That's right.
That's the stuff she did.
Yeah.
Then you had a rare occurrences where some people
You
be
really
differently.
do.
You do have it, but
Absolutely.
most of the time they just like, who they is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're a product of your environment.
Yeah. It's like my daddy, like, I'm totally different from him. This man is a piece of work. You know what I'm saying? I be telling him it's time to sit down. He think he's still, like, man, sit down. Like, you get you somebody that's gonna care about you and stay with you before you end up, when you got diabetes, high blood pressure.
Right. Oh my God.
Yeah. Because after a while, you ain't gonna find that type of person. Like, people you running around having thrills with, that ain't gonna be important. When you get a certain age. Like, that what really count. And then some of the people that you having thrills with, they weren't really never caring about you. You tell them you got any condition, they never call you no more. They'll play it out.
Absolutely.
Yo, like, how you doing? I ain't seen you in such and such years.
Yeah.
Well, this swell up on me now, or my knee ain't working. And we like, oh no, okay, for real, yeah, I'm a cop, and that's a wrap.
Definitely.
There's somebody that ain't never really cared for you or liked you.
That's
for you.
right.
They like doing stuff with you, but when it come to you for real, it's a wrap.
Absolutely. And I find that in men.
Yeah.
And I find that in men from people I know and family member wise, and just hearing other women that I know of that they talk about that a lot. A man is waiting. He'll play all that time. But I seen a post on Facebook one time.
Yeah.
A lady posted, and it was a old man in a wheelchair, and the lady was like, "Okay, now he ready to settle down."
Yeah, exactly.
And that's how most men be. But see, that's the thing today, with our world of people, is that nobody's looking out for long term, like you said. Yeah. It's time for long term, especially when you hit a certain age, simply because, looks gonna fade. Your body gonna change. Nobody think about them things. You're not gonna stay the same forever.
So, right. And the people you used to can get, you ain't gonna be able to get no more.
Oh no. Because when you could get a young tenderoni, as the guys say, they gonna look at you at a certain age because they gonna see it on you. Whether you feel good about yourself and you walking around still with some swag like me and do,
right.
Them young women looking like
They're just like now I'm in my prime. I'm 42. Now I know probably 5-6 more years then I'll be getting to the old stuff.
Definitely.
But I still got my look now. Because now, I swear to God, from 20 to 50, I can still get anybody. Like, some people be thinking I'm like 30, but I ain't gonna lie about my age. I'm gonna let you know, because I be like, these dudes 20-something, they on fentanyl, falling asleep, scratching, looking old. I'm proud. Like,
that's right.
I don't do all that.
Right.
I just smoke weed and eat good. Eat plenty of fruits, and I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't get drunk.
Yeah.
Like, I don't do, and I don't act like old people because I'm in the prime of what's going on.
That's
like,
right.
I look
That's
at everything different.
That's
I ain't the same. My mentality ain't. Like, most people my age, they going to work, they gonna tell somebody, don't worry about having nothing in life. Look, just as long as you got that good job, and paying your bills, roof over your head, that's all that matters. They gonna kill a young person's dream. I'm finna uplift you.
That's
everything
right. That's
you tell me you want to do, I'm finna like, go do it.
Do it.
What you waiting on now? Like,
yeah.
Then another thing people tell people that's messed up, don't tell nobody you still young, you can wait. You're gonna mess them up. Time fly before
you know. Time waits on nobody.
Young, whatever you say you want to do right now, go do it now, because that time gonna be. I think people that tell people that are slick jealous. because they didn't get what they want out of life. And they trying to tell you that so your time can pass by with what you want to do and you miss your opportunity. So that's why I wouldn't get nobody young advice telling them that, because when you're young, this is your time to take advantage of your opportunity, to have that advantage. You know, as you get older, all this starts to drop.
Yeah.
Unless you got special, knowledge about yourself.
That's right.
So you gotta go on doing that. Like, what you gonna wait on? That's everybody getting rich now. 18, 19,
right.
20 people getting rich. You better not let nobody tell you that to be sitting around.
Yeah.
Go on and do it right now.
Yeah.
You're like, this is the time.
You right.
So, like, I had to tell a little dude, he was like, it was the one dude, he said, he be calling me Uncle OG. He was like, he ain't no OG. He was like, how are you? He like, you 35. I said, I'm 42. I said, he was like, oh man, I couldn't believe it. I was like, yeah, because I said, and then I'm looking at the one who tell me he looks so old and he ain't number 21.
Oh, yeah.
I said, man, your parents old. And he was like, why you say that? I was like,
oh my God.
Because you look real old. And he act like an old man. He got hair all on his face and the dreads all up. And he walk real country. I'm like, what? I said, when you get my age, you gonna be through. If you look, I couldn't hold it in. If you looking like that now,
oh my God.
And then the job he picked to do instead of being on the computer like this, he want to pull boxes and stuff out there. I said, look at you doing old man stuff. I said, why would you work hard when you can stand up here and type like us and make the same amount of money?
Right.
I said, you already look old. You gonna wear yourself out? He like, for real, OG? I said, I'm telling you, I'm trying to help you out. I can't hold back.
Right.
I just gotta tell him what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because he got that mentality. I can just look at how he moving. He'll end up working till he old and they're just like not giving. So I'm like, nah, man.
That's right.
Wake up. Wake up.
That's right.
What I'm saying?
That's right.
But tell the people where they can find you at before we get out of here.
Okay, you can find me on TikTok, definitely. Instagram,
What's
Facebook.
your name on TikTok?
It's Cleansing Delight. Cleansing Delight.
Cleansing Delight.
Mm-hmm, on TikTok.
Instagram.
And Instagram is the same as Facebook. Keisha So Unique.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about you on YouTube yet? Or you ain't did?
No.
You got to set you one up.
Yeah.
But Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, you can find it. The book, all that's gonna be on there anyway. I'm gonna put it on there like the graphics, the edit, so everybody can see where they can get the book from. Yeah. But yeah, this been nice. This been a good one here.
And I do have my links. My links are shared on my social media page as well.
Y'all go to Instagram and look up Tekiesha So Unique. Tekiesha So Unique. Check out their book, Forgiving What I Cannot Forget and Rising from the Shadows. Y'all can get a lot of information from that.
Definitely.
To the next time, to the next episode. You want to say anything before we get out of here?
I do want to share with the people, just, trust in God, and whatever you have your heart set on, just go for it and ask God to lead and guide you, because he said if you acknowledge him in all your ways, he will direct your path. A scripture that I go by is Jeremiah 29:11. For God know the plans that he have for you. And he does. He loves you no matter what you are going through. As you read my book, you will see that I'm a living testimony that God can do it. Whatever your current situation is, don't get down about it. Stay strong, keep going, and just know that there is light at the end of the tunnel and you can rise above all things with God.
Now that's it there. Amen.